Good evening, guys. If you can hear my voice, type yes in the chat once. We will wait for just like uh, 3 to 4 minutes, then we will start. Today we are going to continue the previous class. On 31st of December, we have stopped at some problems. We are going to continue them today. And after the completion of the class, I will share the PDF with you. Okay, and one more thing, if at any point of time, if you feel that the frames are dropping or if you're unable to hear my voice, just let me know in the comments. Okay, so I will check my network once and we will start again. Okay, only 20 members are here. We'll wait up to 8.5 max. Then whatever may be the strength, we are going to start from 8.5. I'll just leave a message in your WhatsApp group so at least your friends will know to join. Okay, anyway, we will start. It seems that your friends will join eventually. So, one last time before starting, if you can hear my voice clearly and if you're able to see the screen, type yes in the comments one last time so that we will start our class. Okay, I think we have solved up to this problem in the previous class. Okay, the problem from ages. So we are going to start from here. So if anybody knows the formulas of SI and CI, you can use the formula to solve. Okay, I will just give the formulas once. Okay, try to solve the problems using formula for now. Then I will explain you how to do SI and CI problems in a simpler manner without using formula. Okay, so the formula for simple interest is PTR by 100, where P is the principal amount. That means what you have taken actually, T is the time period, and R is the rate of interest here. And SI is the interest you have to pay if you are taken in terms of SI. Now, coming to compound interest, the formula for compound interest is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of T minus P. The same terms, P means principal, R is rate of interest, and T is time period. Okay, so you can use the calculators. Just use the formulas for now to find out the answer. Okay, then I will tell you a simpler way to solve the same problem. Okay, now listen guys, I will explain once what is meant by SI and what is meant by CI. Let us take, you need some money and you have taken from someone. Let us take A needs some money and he is taking that money from B. So whatever A is actually taking from B, we are going to call it as P. But nobody is going to lend you money for free. So obviously when B is giving A, sorry, for example, B is giving some money to A, that means obviously A need to pay some extra money. That extra money we are going to call it as interest. So if A want to repay his debt completely, if A want to repay his debt completely, how much he need to pay? He need to give back his original amount that he has taken along with the interest that he needs to pay. This total part we are going to call it as amount A. So remember one thing, what you have taken originally we are going to call it as principal. How much you are paying extra we are going to call it as interest, and the sum of this principal and interest, that means how much you need to pay to clear your debt, that's what we are going to call it as amount. Okay, so amount always contains two parts, one is principal and another one is interest. So use those formulas to find out the answer. See here guys, now I will explain what was given in the problem once. The difference between compound interest and simple interest for 2 years at a certain rate of interest, that means we don't know the rate of interest here, is 1156 in scheme A, and the difference between compound interest and simple interest for the same time on the same sum at a different rate of is 1444 in scheme B. Okay, you need to find out ratio of rates of schemes. That means, for example, see the difference between CI and SI here. That means if you take the difference between CI and SI for 2 years, you are going to get 1156 in one scheme. Let us take this is scheme A, and if you do the same thing, the difference between CI and SI, okay, for 2 years in some other scheme, you are going to get the difference as 1444. But observe here we are taking the same amount, that means we are going to have the same principal, and we are taking them both of them for 2 years, that means same time period, but you are having different rate of interests. Okay, so you need to find out the ratios of R1 is to R2. That's it. That's what you need to do here. Now I'll tell you a simple thing. So the main difference between SI and CI is, in CI you are going to pay interest for the interest also. That means, see here, I will give it just a simple example by taking some random number. So the best way to solve this one is, let us take 32,000 as your principal, just for some calculation, and assume your rate of interest is equal to 25%. Okay, now I am going to calculate SI as well as CI for this particular problem, then you will understand what will happening here. So what is happening here? Let us see. Let us take, I am taking in terms of SI first. So in SI what will happen here is, This rate of interest 25 percentage means every year you need to pay 25% of your original amount as your interest. That means if I take 100 rupees from someone, I have to pay 25 rupees extra every year. That means if I keep that money with me for only 1 year, I just need to pay 25 rupees. Or if I am keeping that money for 2 years, I need to pay 25 rupees for first year and 25 rupees for second year. Like that. And if you observe one thing here, the interest is going to be same for each and every year. I will give you a better idea here. Now come to our problem. Here I am taking 32,000 and rate of interest is 25%. So 25 percentage of 32,000 is equal to just 8,000. That means if you want to repay him after 1 year, you just need to pay an interest of 8,000 rupees. But let us take you don't have enough money and you want to repay him after 2 years. Then what will happen? You are keeping the money with you for first year, that means you have to pay 8,000 interest, as well as you are keeping the money with you for second year also, that means again you have to pay 8,000. That means you need to pay 8,000 interest for first year as well as 8,000 interest for second year. Let us take you don't have the money for second year also, you want to repay him after 3 years, then again you have to pay one more 8,000 as your third year interest. That means every year you are going to pay 25% of your original amount as your interest. If it is 1 year, only 8,000. If it is 2 years, 2 into 8,000. If it is 3 years, 3 into 8,000, like that. But every year the interest that you are paying is going to be same. Do you understand what is happening in case of SI? Say yes or no, all of you. Now let's solve it using CI. Okay, let's solve it using CI. I will just erase once. Now coming to CI, what is happening here is, let us take the same principal amount of 32,000 and let us take the rate of interest as same 25%, but now we are going to calculate interest, okay, in terms of CI. Now see guys, pay attention here. Come to first year. Simply remember CI like this, you have to pay interest on interest. Okay, that means along with the interest on principal, you need to pay interest of every previous year interest. I will give you a better idea. Let's take the first year. See, there is no interest before first year. Interest will be formed after completion of 1 year. That means for first year you don't have any interest before. So you are going to pay interest only on the principal. I'm repeating once again. There is no interest before first year. So for first year you are going to just pay interest on your principal. That means you are just going to pay 25% of your original 32,000, which is equal to 8,000. So first year you are going to pay 8,000. Remember one thing guys, it doesn't matter whether it is SI or CI, the first year interest is always going to be same for both of them. Now the change will come from second year. See, if you want to find out the interest for only second year, I am repeating once again, we are finding out only for second year, not for 2 years together. We are calculating interest only for second year. If it is a SI case, you are again going to get just 8,000. But what is happening in CI case is, you need to pay interest on your original. Okay, what is our original? 32,000. What is 25% of 32,000? 8,000. Along with that, you have to pay interest on first year interest also. So that means 25% of your first year interest, because you have to take this 25% as your rate of interest. So 25% of 8,000 is, that is like this, 25% of 8,000, you are going to get just 2,000. That means for second year your interest is going to be 10,000. So if you want to repay him after 2 years, you need to pay the original amount of 32,000 and interest for first year 8,000, as well as interest for second year 10,000. So you need to pay total 50k if you want to clear your debt. Okay, now assume like this, you don't have enough money and you want to repay him after 3 years. Then let's find out what is the interest only for third year. So remember one thing, if you want to pay or if you want to find out interest for only third year, what you need to do here is you need to pay interest on your original, that is 25% of your 32,000, which is 8,000, as well as interest on first year interest, that is 25% of 8,000, and interest on second year interest as well. That means total is going to be 12,500. So remember one thing, if it is a CI case, you need to pay interest on original as well as interest on every previous year interest. So this way you can calculate the value for CI. If it is clear how you are calculating the interest in SI and CI, please type yes, so that we will solve this problem. I'm just waiting for your responses.
Hello? Bro, sorry. ఇప్పుడే ఆనందించే బ్రో నేను ఒక 5 నిమిషాలు చేస్తాను ఓకేనా
Okay, chalo. Now let's solve this problem. Now see all of you. See, instead of writing that 25% of 32,000, I am going to write interest like this, R percent of your P. That's going to be your interest. Now, I'm just going to compare SI and CI if I taken P rupees at the rate of R percent per annum.
బాలాజీ
My voice is low. Guys, all of you, can you hear my voice clearly?
నన్ను ఇప్పుడే పెడుతున్నా అది రిజ్యూమ్ పెడుతున్నా ఇంకా పెట్టాలి
Okay, now see.
పెట్టేస్తున్నా
So, if you have taken some
రెజ్యూమ్
P rupees,
పెట్టేసి నౌకరీలు అప్లోడ్ చేయాలి
okay, at R percent per annum, in SI you are going to pay an interest of PR by 100.
టైం అయిపోయింది రెజ్యూమ్ పెట్టేసి
But if you come to CI for first year, there isn't going to be any difference. So here also the interest is going to be PR by 100 for the first year. So remember one thing, for first year, whether it may be SI or whether it may be CI, your interest is always going to be same. Now come to second year. Second year, the interest in SI is anyway is going to be same as PR by 100. But if you come to CI, you have to pay PR by 100 because that's the interest on the original P. And along with you have to pay interest on the interest also, which is again R percent of your PR by 100. I'm repeating once again, guys. This PR by 100 is the interest on your original principal. Okay, so in SI, whatever the interest you are paying for the first year, the same interest is going to be there for second year. But in CI, the first year interest is going to be just PR by 100. But from second year onwards, you have to pay interest on your original principal as well as interest on your first year interest. So if you observe here very carefully, if you take the difference between CI and SI for 2 years, you can cancel PR by 100, PR by 100, PR by 100, PR by 100. So the only extra term is this one. So if somebody is asking you the difference between SI and CI for 2 years, so the difference is always going to be PR square by 100 square. So because see, if you do CI minus SI, this PR and this PR will cancel and this one will get cancelled. The only extra term is PR square by 100 square. That's going to be your difference for SI and CI if the time period is 2 years. If it is clear up to here, all of you please type yes. Yeah. So let's go. Now what we are going to do here is we know that for the first 2 years the difference is 1156. That means the difference one is 1156, and we know this is nothing but PR1 square by 100 square, because we are taking for the same P and we are taking for a time period of 2 years. And the second one is 1444, and here we know anyway we're having same P, so I'm taking just P and P, but we're having different rate of interest, so this is going to be PR2 square by 100 square. Okay, by using these two you just need to find out the ratio. Now listen guys, ratio means d2 is to d1, or let us take d1 is to d2 here. So if you observe here, PR1 square by 100 square is to PR2 square by 100 square. This is anyway directly going to give you the ratio of R. Anyway you can cancel the remaining terms, the ratios of R's. So you can just find out the ratios of R's if you have taken the square roots of the original differences. That's I will show you directly in the slide. So see here, the same thing he is doing. So generally the difference is always going to be PR square by 100 square or PR by 100 whole square. So the first difference is PR square by 100 square, and the second difference is PR square by 100 square. So if you observe them carefully, I want the ratio of R1 is to R2. But here if you go to the previous slide, you are having R1 square is to R2 square. Okay, so if I want R1 is to R2 means I have to apply square root of R1 as well as square root of R2. Okay, so here the same thing we are doing. So square root of 1156 is to square root of 1444. So that's gonna give you the ratio as 34 is to 38. Because see, we know the difference ratio is going to be PR square by 100 square, and here also PR square by 100 square. So whatever the anyway the common terms are going to get cancelled. So if you apply under root to this R values, R is the original PR square by 100 difference values, which are 1156 and 1444. If you apply square root to these values, you can directly get the values of R1 is to R2. So that's what we have done here. So if it is clear, all of you type yes, then we will move on to the next problem. Okay, chalo. Now here, guys, and generally these kind of topics are called as data interpretation topics. In this topic, you are going to get bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, okay, and tables. So in bar graphs are going to be like this. So you are going to have bars and the data is represented in terms of bars. In line graphs, you are going to have the data in terms of like this lines, or you can say Sensex kind of graphs. Now coming to pie chart, the data is going to be represented in terms of a circle, and they are going to divide it in different kind of parts based on the based on how can I say each one's value, like this total value is equal to 360 degree, or you can also say 100%. So based on the occupancy or based on the value that their quantity is having, they are going to divide the circle. Now coming to tables, they are just going to give a table like for example your marks sheets. So they are going to give the data like subject, person name, whatever the data they are going to represent in terms of tables. So bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, and tables. But listen, whatever may be the problem that you are solving, these four are going to be almost similar to each other. That's why I have taken a bar graph example here. Take 5 minutes time, try to solve that in that time and give me the answer. Then I will show you to how to solve it in an easier manner. Okay, so all of you give it a try in the next 5 minutes. Okay, now listen. So let's solve it. So a bar graph given below shows the number of quantum computers and the number of supercomputers built by 5 different countries in a decade. So listen guys, in 10 years, okay, how many computers they're making, that's what was given there. So let's understand what was given in the bar graph first. See, if you observe here, the dark blue is going to represent supercomputers and the light one is going to represent quantum computers. So China has built how many? Like this is 500 and this is 600. In that we're having 5 smaller lines. That means each line is equal to 10. Okay, I mean like 1 2 3, we're having 5, so let us take 5 into 20 is going to be 100. So we are having to take each one as 20. So if you are having 2 lines means that's 540. And if you observe the second one, India supercomputers, we are having the mark here, so take it as 620 because each horizontal line is going to indicate as 20 mark, like this: 620, 620, 640, 660, 6080 and 700, like that. Now, so this, if you want to summarize this data, you can also write like this. See, we're having 5 different countries. Okay, so in that we know number of supercomputers built and number of quantum computers built. So whatever the data it was given here in terms of bar graph, the same data I have represented here using a table. So the way of representing is going to be changed, but the data is always going to be same in both the cases. Now see here, what is he asking? If the total number of quantum computers built by all the given countries together represented as a pie chart, then find the central angle corresponding to the number of computers built by India. Now see guys, in pie chart total value is always equal to 360 degrees because it's circle. He is saying that the total number of quantum computers are giving, okay, together are taking in a pie chart. So how many quantum computers are there together? If you go to the next one in a table representation, see, these are the quantum computers by China, India, Russia, US and Japan. So totally we are having 900 quantum computers. So take the 360 degrees as 900 quantum computers. Now you need to find out central angle for quantum computers made by India. So how many quantum computers India is making here? Quantum computers means the light one. Okay, so here if you observe here, only we're getting around 180. This one, okay, this mark is 100 and then we're having 4 dots, so it's going to be around 180. See here, so India is making how many quantum computers here? See this one. So he is asking, if 900 computers value is equal to 360 degrees, then what is the value for 180 computers? You just need to do cross multiplication. You are going to get 180 into 360 degrees by 900, which is equal to 72 degrees. If it is clear, all of you type yes. We will move on to the next one. So whatever the data that was given in the bar graph, I have represented the same thing using a table. That's it, just for the representation purpose. Okay, chalo. Next one. Solve this one, all of you. In the same way, you are having the data there and you just need to solve it using the similar kind of process. You have number of supercomputers and quantum computers. Okay, use that data to solve this problem. So listen here. If 75 percentage of number of supercomputers built by China, so whatever the number of supercomputers that China is building, out of that 75 percentage are using for weather forecasting, okay, and rest are used for climate research. Now see how many supercomputers China is making actually. So this is the data for China. In that we need to see the thick one. So here that one is equal to around 540. So out of this 540 they are using 75 percentage. 75 percentage is same as 3 by 4. So 3 by 4th of the computers are used for, okay, weather forecasting. That means remaining means what? Only 1 by 4th of the computers are used for climate research. Then find the number of supercomputers built by China that are used for climate research. That means you need to just find out 1 by 4th of this 540. That is a much easier calculation. So let's go with here. So 1 4 is 4, 3 4 12, 5 4 is 20. So you are going to get 135. Listen guys, 75% are used for weather forecasting. That means only 25 percentage of the computers are using it for climate research. So just find out 25 percentage or 1 by 4th of the total number of supercomputers, which is 540. You will get your answer. Okay, that one is given here. So we're having only 25% of this 540, which is equal to 135. Now solve this one. Okay, it was given that if it costs 20 billion to build a supercomputer, okay, so one supercomputer is equal to 20 billion, and 50 billion for quantum computers. So quantum is equal to 50. Now, then how much total cost did US bear to build all the given computers? So you have to deal with US. Just find out number of supercomputers and number of quantum computers. So we're having around supercomputers around 400. That means each supercomputer is equal to 20. So 400 into 20 for supercomputers, and then find out number of quantum computers, which is equal to just 200. So 200 multiplied by 50. Just calculate this value. So this is going to be 4 2 is 8, and this is going to be 2 5 is 10. So you are going to get around 18,000. I hope this one is also clear. Can I move on to next one? Now we'll solve some number series problems. So guys, coming to number series, they're generally going to be two models. Okay, the main one is missing number, and second one is a wrong number. In missing number also, you may get number at the end, or you may get the number somewhere in the middle. So see here, for example, what is meant by missing number, like these kind of problems. So he's going to give you some numbers and you just need to guess the next one. But coming to wrong number, he will complete the series by taking some wrong number. For example, let us take this is the series I'm giving you: 2 4 6, then I'm going to give 9, then I'm going to give 10 12, like this, and I will ask you to find out the wrong number. You know, every time I'm adding 2 to the previous number to get the next number, but here if you observe, I'm adding 3 here, but I'm adding 1 here, but again I'm getting the sum of 2. That means this is the only number that is out of the series. You need to find out that wrong number. So how you are going to find out whether it's the original wrong number or not? So what you need to do here is replace this wrong number with the right number. Then you will that means then you can able to complete the original pattern. For example, see, 2 4, 6. I'm replacing this wrong 9 with the original 8. Then if you observe here 2, 2, 2, 2, it will matches with the next number as well as it will match with the previous number. So you can say the wrong number here is 9. So that's what meant by wrong number series. Missing number series means they are going to leave out a number and you need to find out what pattern they are following, and based on the pattern you need to find out what is the number that is going to come next or what is the number that is missing in the middle. But coming to wrong number series, what is going to happen here is they are going to fill the series with the wrong number. You need to identify what is that wrong number. Okay, so here I will give you just some example, but frankly saying guys, there are going to be infinite logics. The reason being they can use addition, multiplication, subtraction, whatever they want. For example, see, what I will do is I will do like this: 2, 3, 5, 7. So assume you don't know these numbers. So what I'm going to do is I will start with 1, then will add it 2, and I will give you 3. Then I will add 3, and then I will give you 3 plus 3 6. So then what I will do is I will miss the number. So actually this number should be 6 plus 5 11, and I am going to give you 18 next. So I will ask you to find out this particular number. So see here, I am using the prime number addition here. That means every time I am going to add a prime number to get the next number. Like that, there is infinite logic. They can use addition or they can use squares plus cubes. Like for example, every time I am going to add 2 square plus 3 cube to get the next number. Again, for this next number I am going to use 3 square 4 cube. Then for that next number I am going to use 4 square 5 cube. Like that, they can use square roots, they can use cubes. There are infinite logics, but you should be in a position to identify what logic they are using, and based on the options you have to mark that one. But remember one thing, the only way to identify the logic here is, first once you have to identify the slope in the sense how fastly the numbers are changing. For example, if the numbers are moving very slowly, for example, see here 1 2 3 4, if the numbers are moving very slowly, most of the times the logic is going to be addition. But if the numbers are moving rapidly, like 1 into 10 is 10, 10 into 10 100, 100 into 10,000, if the numbers are moving like in a faster manner, then the most of the time the logic is going to be multiplication. That's the only thing you can use here. So if the numbers are moving slowly, that's going to be the addition logic most probably. If they're moving too fast, you have to use multiplication logics. Okay, so let's see the answer here. Now see, this is our logic here: 18, 163, 120, 44. In that we have to find out the fourth number. That means you need to find out, he has given like this: 82, 101, 63, and he has given a blank, then 44 and 139. Now see here guys, so what you need to do, just find out how you are getting this number from this one. Okay, obviously we know the difference is 19. Then again this number to this number. So obviously if you observe here, see this number is getting decreased. So take the difference anyway, you are going to get 38. By observing these two, you can guess something. So this number is twice of this one. So maybe 19, 2 19s. Then the next number may be 3 19s. So leave it like that. Then this is going to be 4 times of 19. Okay. But listen here, where sometimes you adding here, sometimes subtracting. That's the numbers are increasing and decreasing. So first you are adding, then you are decreasing. Then you have to add, then you have to decrease. Then you have to add like that. So what you have to do here, just add, where we are, 44, no? Yeah, 44. Then how you are going to get the next number? So how many numbers we are having here? Up to, there is one more number, 25. That's what is happening here. Like that. So addition, subtraction, addition, subtraction. So every time what he is doing here is he is using the 19th table: 2 19s, 3 19s, 4 19s, 5 19s, and 6 19s, like that. So every time once he is adding the 19th table, then he is subtracting the 19th table. So like that. Listen, frankly saying, don't waste your time on number series. If you get the answer in the first like 10 50 max 30 to 40 seconds, that's it. If you got the answer in the first 30 to 40 seconds, try to solve it. Otherwise, move on to next one. See, number solving, number series is actually the easiest topic, but you don't know whether you can guess the number or not. So guys, just spend 30 to 40 seconds. If you are unable to solve in that time, Please kindly move on to the next one. Don't waste your time in number series. Okay, I hope this one is clear. Let's move on to the next one. Solve it fast. Okay, Sirish is saying something. Let me check once. So what she is saying? So let me check. The numbers are 82, 101, 63. 82, 101, 63. Then 44, 130. 63, 44, 139, 44, 139 and 25. Now see, 82 plus 19 is 101. Then you have subtract minus 38, so 101 minus it's matching. Then you have to add 3 19s, which is 57. So 63 plus 57 is going to be 120 s. Next, minus 4 times of 19, that is minus 76. So 120 minus 76, 44, right? So plus 5 times of 19 plus, right? Then minus 6 times. Serious, you're getting answer here, no? What's the issue? 102, 103, huh? Okay, that maybe. Wait, 102, 103 is there, no? Okay, you are saying like 63 plus 57, 10, 120. Like, sir, 82 minus 19. It's plus addition. Like, no, no. See, 82 plus, first you have to add, then subtract, then add, then subtract, then add, then subtract. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. Alternatively, you have to do. First, you are adding 19 to 82, and the next term you have to subtract. First, plus 19. See, 1 into 19, then subtract 2 into 19, then again add 3 into 19, then subtract 4 into 19, like that. I hope I have cleared your doubt. Is it clear? Okay, anyway, so like, can't we take first three terms? No, no, see, uh, in the number series, what you need to do is you have to find out the original term, then you have to check the next terms also. Sometimes the options may not match with your logics. The reason being here is, see, you may get the same logic for different kind of number series. So which logic you have to follow, that you will know only if you complete the series and if you check the options. For example, uh, okay, I will directly give you the problems one second later on, because the reason here is, sometimes what will happen here is, you may have applied one logic, your friend may have applied one logic. In some cases you will get answer in both of these formats. That means you will also get the answer and he will also get the answer. So in that case you have to go through options to find out which of them is the original series, because he may thought of one series and you may have thought of other series. So because of that, you have to complete the next terms also to find out what is happening there. Okay, let's solve this one for now. So guys, you may have observed the difference already. It's very easy one. 5, 10, next 15, 20, 25, 30. So every time he is adding some 5 multiple to get the next number. So it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get the next number. Solve this one fast. Okay, let's check the logic once. So I told you, sometimes you may get the combination here. See, for the first number he is adding 2 into 3. Then for the next number he is adding 3 into 4. For the next one 4 into 5, 5 into 6, 6 into 7, 7. That means every time he is multiplying the previous number with the next number to get your next number. So for example, if you take the starting number, what he is doing, he is multiplying 2 with 3. So you will get some number here. Let us take this is a 12 in our case, and to get the next number he is taking the previous number and then he is multiplying with the next number to get the number here. So your answer is going to be 74 here. Why everyone got 88? Anything missing? So the people who got 88, please tell me your logic. It's completely fine. Sometimes you will get two logics for the same problem, but you have to go through the options. If you observe here, we are not having 88 here. Okay, so some people may get 88. The reason maybe they may have applied some different logic, but sometimes you will get the you will get the series correct for two different logics, but you have to choose one option from the options. So here, at least let me know what is the logic that you have applied. Some people got 88, but here we are having only 74. We are not having 88. That means you have to apply this logic. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, I have covered the topic pipes and systems in your class, so I will give you 5 minutes time. Try to solve it in that time and let me know the answer fast. Okay, let's see how you are going to solve these kind of problems. Listen guys, whatever may be the problem, assume the tank capacity first. So how you are going to assume the tank capacity? Take the individual times given to each and every pipe, take the LCM of those pipes as your tank capacity, then try to find out how many liters that particular pipe can fill in an hour. For example, see, pipe A and B can fill a tank in 9 hours and 15 hours. So let us take pipe A can fill in 9 hours, pipe B can fill in 15 hours. Okay, pipe C can empty the tank in 25 hours. So pipe C can empty in 25 hours. So if you have attended the classes, you may have known that whenever there is an empty pipe, we are going to give it a negative sign. That's not mandatory, but just to distinguish between filling and empty, we are giving negative sign to the emptying taps. So just find out the LCM of all the given numbers and assume that's your tank capacity. Okay, don't worry, the people who have prepared using per day method, like by taking the fractional part, I have given the answer in the next slide by using per day method. So that's why I'm explaining this particular topic using LCM method. But if you want to go through per day method, you can see the answer there itself in the PDF. Okay, let's complete this first using LCM method. So find out the LCM of all the given numbers. Use that to assume your tank capacity. That means let us take you are having a tank. We are going to assume the capacity of the tank, like how many liters that it can take. So what are the LCM of 9, 15 and 25? All of you solve it. So let's find out 9, 15, 25. 3 3 nines, 5 threes and 25. Let's go 5, 3, 1, 5. So 15 and 15. Let us take once 225, whether it is divisible by all the given numbers or not. So can you divide 225 with 9? Yes. So let's take the LCM as 225. That means just multiply all these terms, you are going to get 225. So assume your tank capacity is equal to 225 liters. I'm repeating once again. Take the individual times given by all the pipes and assume their LCM as your tank capacity. So assume we are having 225 liters tank. We know that pipe A can fill this particular tank in just 9 hours. So if somebody can, some tap can fill 225 liters in 9 hours, means that particular tap can fill 25 liters per hour, which is nothing but 225 by 9. Because we are filling, sorry, we are filling 225 liters in 9 hours, means per hour we are filling 25 liters. Similarly, pipe B can fill 225 liters in 15 hours. So 225 by 15. So pipe B can fill 15 liters per hour. But coming to pipe C, this can empty 225 liters in 25 hours. That means it is actually emptying how many liters per hour? 225 by 25. 9 liters per hour. So what is actually happening here is, if you open all of them together, pipe A will pour 25 liters, pipe B will pour 15 liters. That means actually it should be 25 plus 15, 40 liters. But by the time these two pour 40 liters, 9 liters may have got leaked from tap C. That's the meaning of this one. So as a result, after 1 hour if you check, there is going to be only 31 liters but not 40. So see, pipe A can fill 25 liters per hour, pipe B can fill 15 liters per hour. So as a result, if you check after 1 hour and if you have opened only these two pipes, there is going to be 40 liters inside the tank. But if you open pipe C also, this is going to leak 9 liters in that 1 hour. So the net water is going to be just 31 liters after 1 hour. Okay, now let us see what was asking in the problem. Whatever may be the problem, up to this step the process is going to be same. First of all, you need to take the individual times, then find out the LCM, assume that as your tank capacity, then find out how many liters they can fill or empty in 1 hour. So this is filling and this is filling and this is emptying. Remember that one. Now what was given here is, if pipe A, B, C are opened simultaneously, okay, assume that we are opening A, B, C here. Pipe A was closed after 4 hours. Okay, let us say we're starting here. For 4 hours, we're opening all the three together. But after 4 hours, let us take this is 4 hour time. We're closing pipe A. That means now we're having only B and C here. Pipe B was closed 1 hour before pipe A was closed. That means somewhere here, 1 hour before. and pipe C was closed after 10 hours. Okay, let's rewrite this one to make it somewhat clear. So see here guys, pipe A was closed after 4 hours. So if you are starting here, after 4 hours you are closing here pipe A. Pipe B was closed 1 hour before pipe A was closed. That means if you are closing pipe A here, you are closing pipe B somewhere here. That means you can say after 3 hours of starting. Okay, now that means after closing pipe B, you are going to have A and C here, but from this point onwards you are going to have just C. And he is saying that pipe C was closed after 10 hours. So from here pipe C was closed somewhere here after 10 hours. Then find what part of tank is filled. That means you need to find out just how many liters are remaining in the tank. Okay, just do that one. And he is asking in terms of fraction. So whenever he is asking part means you have to do like this. What is it? What part of the tanks? That means how much water you are filling. That's what you need to find out of the total capacity. Our total capacity is 225 liters. You just need to find out what part you have filled. That means filled water by total water. That's it. Now see what's happening here. So if you observe carefully, for the first 3 hours you are having A, B and C. So when you are opening all A, B and C, you can fill only 25 plus 15 minus 9. That means 40 minus 9, 30, 40 minus 9, you are going to fill only 31 liters. So per hour you can fill 31 liters if you are opening all the 3. Like that we are filling for 3 hours. So 3 into 31 plus. See here, we are having only 1 hour gap between, before closing pipe A and after closing pipe B. So we are having 1 hour gap between. In that 1 hour you are opening only A and C. So A can pour 25 but B can leak 9. So subtract 9 from 25, you are going to have only 16 plus. And again you are closing C after some time. That means see already 4, we are having 4 hours up to here. Again but it is closing after 10 hours. That means we are having 6 more hours gap here. In that time we are actually emptying. Emptying means what? 6 into minus 9. Now calculate all the values. Let me check. So here I will explain one second, don't worry. 93 plus 16 and we are having minus 54. 93 plus 16 minus 54. You are going to have 55 liters net. That means you have filled 55 liters out of your 225 liters. Just simplify this one and let me know the fraction. So 11 5 is 55, 4 5 is 20, 5 5 is 25. I got 11 by 45. Let's check the answer once, then we'll explain once again. Yeah, it's 11 by 45. So I will explain once again. All of you pay attention if anybody have missed on the way. Now see guys. So let me check whether we are having network or not once. Now see. So what is happening here is, so assume it was given that A can fill in 9 hours, B can fill in 15 hours. What that means, if you are having a if you are having a tank and if you are opening only one tap, that is, let us take A tap, it can fill the entire tank in 9 hours. But similarly, assume your tank is empty. Now if you open tap B, it can fill in 15 hours. Similarly, if you are having a full tank and if you open tap C, it can empty the entire full tank in 25 hours. That's the meaning of emptying and filling. And so to solve this problem, you have to assume the LCM as your tank capacity. So find out the LCM of 9 and 15 and 25, you are going to get 225. So it's better to assume the tank capacity, that means the entire capacity of your tank is equal to 225 liters. From that, try to find out how many liters they can fill in 1 hour. So 225 liters 9 hours means 25 liters per hour. 225 liters 15 hours means 15 liters per hour. Similarly 9 liters per hour. Now see here, they are closing A after 4 hours. That means after starting and after 4 hours you are closing A somewhere here. If you are closing A here and he is saying you are closing B 1 hour before A, that means here you are closing B. That means there is a gap of 1 hour between A and B. and you are closing C after 10 hours. After 10 hours means we are closing A after 4 hours. That means you are having 6 more hours gap. You need to find out the filled part of the tank. So if you observe here, for the first 3 hours, that means before closing B, you are opening all the three A, B, C. That means you are opening this 25 speed, 15 speed, and minus 9. So if you do that one, you are going to get 31. That means for the first 3 hours, you are going with the speed of 31 liters per hour. So like that for 3 hours, it's going to be 3 into 31. You can fill 93 liters. Next, for 1 hour, you are only having A and C, because we are closing B after 3 hours means for the next 1 hour you are having A and C. That means A is filling 25, C is emptying 9. So you are going to fill only 16 liters in that 1 hour. And remaining 6 hours we are having only emptying 9 hours per liter with the speed. So you can empty 54 liters. As a result, if you add all of them, you are going to have 55 liters inside your tank. But he is asking what part is filled. You have filled 55 out of your 225. Just find out how much you have filled. It is 11 by 45. Okay, I hope this one is clear. If it is clear, type yes. We will wind up the session. Okay, all of you, you can leave. If you have any doubt, you can just contact me in the college itself. Thank you. We'll cover. There are some more problems from P and C, probability, and some more puzzles. Okay, we'll cover all of them in the next class. Yeah, I will share this PDF now only in your class group. Okay. Thank you. You can leave now.